Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to my kitchen. If we haven't met yet, this is Jojo. Thank you for joining me today, and today we're going to be showing you how I make my eggs. Now there's very many different variations, there's very many different ways that you can make eggs. This is how I do it. And my recipe today is going to be heavily inspired by my dad. So shout out dad. I learned much of this from him and I just wanted to share with you guys. So we're going to be making a vegetable omelette. And so just pick up whatever vegetables you have in the kitchen and you can make it work. And for our eggs today, we're going to be using eggs, shredded cheese, some curry powder, a little bit of Royco, salt, some onions, some carrot, cucumber, celery, and bell peppers. And I'll be showing a picture of those somewhere here. But also I'll put the description and the actual amounts in the comment section below in the description of the video. So if you want to actually get the actual measurements, they will be in the description below. So in our mixing bowl, before we add anything, we put our shredded cheese, a little bit of curry powder, salt, some Royco, move this around a little bit. That was a third of a cup of shredded cheese. And close to a teaspoon of salt, maybe half a teaspoon of curry powder. Now we're gonna add some milk. Move that around, make sure it all mixes together. And now we're going to start cracking our eggs and adding them in there. So our eggs, cheese, milk, salt, and all the spices are in the bowl. I'm just going to start whisking them out. So you beat them until it's all uniform. Now these are ready, done, enough whisking. So we're gonna put the pan and the oil on the stove and get ready to start frying our eggs. So once the oil is ready, we're going to start adding our vegetables. And we'll start with the ones that take the longest to cook, because eggs will take real quick to they'll cook in no time. So we're going to start with the vegetables that take the longest to cook, and that's gonna be our carrots, mushrooms, and celery. So we're using olive oil. It's a healthy oil, so don't you worry about it. I'm going to just move this around. I have my heat on medium hot, and I'm just going to reduce that a little bit, maybe one step below. You don't need too much heat for eggs. Eggs just need a little bit of heat to cook. Two to 3 minutes is enough for those. And now I'm just gonna add some onions. You don't want to overcook your vegetables, because the whole idea of having vegetables in your eggs is to make them healthy. So you don't want to burn all the nutrients. There's a cucumber over there. Your spatula and just stir this. See, after the onions become translucent, now we can add our bell peppers. You can use red, orange, green, yellow, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna stir this and leave it to cook for maybe 2-3 minutes. So at this stage, if you feel like maybe the oil is not enough, you could add maybe like a teaspoon of butter. That'll help you kind of give you enough fat to fry the eggs and also add a little flavor. But they've cooked enough, and now we're going to just start adding our eggs. I'm just going to turn the heat down a little bit and whisk our eggs one more time. And then just start adding the eggs slowly but surely. Coat all the edges, all the sides, slowly like that. So that, because if you pour them in all at once, you're going to move the vegetables around and they'll all be cramped in one place. So you pour the eggs in a little bit at a time so that they foam while you're pouring, just like that. Just mix a little bit. And that's why you want the heat to be low when you're doing this, because otherwise you're going to burn the eggs at the bottom before they're even ready. Just going to put it down to around 4 and wait. When you cook on low heat, it allows them to cook slowly but also very evenly, and you're making sure that your eggs are not getting burned. As you can see, they've started forming all the way around the pan. So I'm just going to get my spatula and feel all the way around. Make sure it's not sticking, and then maybe lift up a little bit and let all this excess go down to the bottom. But you have to be very careful so you're not tearing anything. I know people like to just make a quick thing and be done with it, but trust me, waiting and giving this the proper time that it needs is all worth it at the end. This is like a whole meal, and you're going to see in the end how it turns out. So it looks like we've managed to put all the runny eggs, all the liquid form eggs under this, and then everything looks to be cooked over here. So we're just going to turn the eggs over to the other side, and I don't like to turn them over like in one go like a pizza. I know it looks like a veggie pizza, but I'm just gonna start dividing them now. This could feed up to 5 people easily, and they'll all be full. So, but I'm just gonna divide it into 4 almost equal parts to make it easy on me to move them over or flip them over. Just gonna get another spatula to help me around so I don't break them. See that? As you can see, they're done. The other side is done, but it's not burned. That's the advantage of cooking with low heat when you're cooking eggs, especially. Even that little brown part right there is not burned. It's just brown. To show you that it's done. Move that over. So you can see even after dividing the eggs into parts, it's still kind of tricky to flip them over. So that's why I don't like to flip the whole thing over at the same time. So I'm just going to reduce the heat some more, because the other side was almost done too. You know, you don't want to overcook the eggs and you don't want them to burn, so you just leave a little bit of heat, because the pan is already hot. Our eggs are ready, and I can turn that around just to show you. See that? They're ready to be taken out and served. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you make a veggie omelette the Bombos way. I'm just gonna give it a little taste. So good. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like it, give it a thumbs down. If you have a comment or concern, put it in the comment section below. Also, if you like the kind of videos that I'm making and you would like to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I make a new video, so you don't miss out on the great. Thank you, and see you in the next one.